Hello again, football fans. Welcome to the playoff edition, week 1 of Friday Night Varsity Flashback, along with Dan Spears. I'm Aaron Schoonmaker. Bunch of games to get to tonight, bunch of scores. Laney was the big one in town of the Mid-Eastern teams we got to. We'll get to that one in a second. Let's first get started with the performance of the night. This happened over at the Pender game, Dan.
Yeah, it was. It's happened twice now for the Patriots this year. Somebody decides that they're going to score 6 touchdowns in a game. It was Shaq Hooper way back early in the season, but tonight was Javon Powell's night for the Patriots. They played East Montgomery at home tonight, and he got started right away. The opening kickoff, 91 yards for a touchdown, and it just kind of piled in from there. They were up 7-0. Josh Johnson actually got to score for Pender there, the second touchdown night for the Patriots. That was from 15 yards. Like I said, 8 touchdowns by Pender, 6 of them by Powell, including an 11-yard run here. He's got a whole bunch of blockers out in front of him. Pender rolls 55-6. Powell finished the night with a kickoff return for a touchdown, a receiving touchdown, 4 rushing touchdowns. He only touched the ball on offense 6 times, and he scored on 5 of them. So it was a pretty amazing night. Pender completely rolled in this one and looking good right off the bat for the Patriots.
Their defense played well. Shaq Hooper, that touchdown pass to Powell, was his only pass attempt of the night. 1 for 1 for 23 yards and a touchdown.
They were ruthlessly efficient in this one. It was a great performance by Tom Eads' group.
Another game in the 1A is Wallace-Rose Hill, a game that I got to go to tonight. Not a lot of atmosphere there. They didn't really need it. They were the 1 seed. They were playing Lejeune, 2-9. When you go perfect, you're the defending champions. You earn that first-round game, and they came out of the gates hot in this one. Lejeune gets the opening kickoff, 3 and out, leads to a 3-play drive by Wallace. Quick touchdown right there by Jaquel Robinson. Next drive right after an interception, Jonathan Drakeford gets his turn to go in and score. After another 3 and out, Robinson has his second touchdown of the game already. Wallace-Rose Hill ran 9 plays, scored 3 touchdowns. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, they were up 21-0. They didn't really slow down from there. They went on to a 70-16 win, too easy.
Joey Price said, that is a season high, by the way, for Wallace in points. Joey Price said, everything we tried, it worked tonight. He's like, he obviously saw some things that he wants to improve. Every coach sees something he wants to improve, even in the perfect game, I think. But he said that's a good win for his team, and they get a surprise team next week in North Duplin. That is a county rival, but it's a team that they haven't played in a long, long time, he said. So he's expecting a little better atmosphere next week just because it's a team that they haven't seen in a while that's close by.
And that should be a good one. Round 2, it's a little tougher than you might expect for a 1 seed. We'll have all that one for you. Well, let's go into some of the more scores from the 1A, 2A, and 3A right now. Starting in the 3AA, West Brunswick and South Central. South Central rolls to a 25-6 win right there. Going to the 3A, South Brunswick 39-7 over Washington. Dan Marcus Hankins, 25 carries for 251 yards and 3 touchdowns. They look good.
And he threw for 1, by the way, in this game too, just for fun. Halfback option for a touchdown. Yeah, this was dominant. Washington tried to throw the ball on them, and Gary Williams picked off back-to-back passes for South Brunswick. Total domination. Great win for the Cougars.
Northeastern takes care of Topsail 39-13 in the 2AA East. In the 2A, East Duplin, they roll with a 61-18 win over Northwest Halifax. They look good there. Roanoke Rapids, 56-0 over Northside. South Columbus, 43-7 over Franklinton.
That was one. The Stallions gave up a touchdown on the opening drive of the game and then had all the rest of the points. Their stable of running backs, Stanley, Hemingway, that whole group, they dominated the rest of the way from there.
In a game we thought would be a lot of defense, East Bladen and North Johnston turned out to be offense, 47-40. East Bladen used all the offense of it. A.J. McCoy, 23 carries for 250 yards, 3 touches. Duron Bruni at quarterback, 9 of 14 for 227 and 3 more. That's 6 touchdowns right there.
And they needed every last one of them. Bernie found McCoy for the game-winning touchdown with 20 seconds left in this one. North Johnston had scored with a minute left. East Bladen went all the way down the field in 40 seconds and got one on top of it.
Wild one there. Carborough beats Whiteville 55-33. North Brunswick falls to Fairmont 26-40. Fairmont really looking good at that 2 seed right there.
Fairmont is on a roll. That's 6 straight wins for them after starting the season 1-5.
Right. So. In the 1AA, Southwest Onslow 63-0 over Dixon. No surprise there. Aiden Grifton doubles up on Trask 42-21. James Keenan gets a road win, 29-28, a wild finish in that one. Dan.
Oh, crazy finish in this one. Parker Jones gets hurt for James Keenan, so they're with the backup quarterback. Union scores twice in the 4th quarter, just like they did in the previous game earlier this year. But this time, James Keenan stops the 2-point conversion to win with 4 seconds left. knocks down the carry at the 1 yard line to survive that one.
E.J. Smith, 206 rushing yards in that game. Pender 55-6 over East Montgomery, like we talked about, and East Columbus with a road win, 22-19 over Red Springs. Wallace-Rose Hill 70-16, as we said, and in the NCISAA, Harrell's Christian Falls 21-20.
Close game there too, I'm telling you. So, but that's enough for the little schools. Now there's some big school action to talk about.
Absolutely, like we said, we were going to get to the Laney game. It was a good one early, it was a good one in the middle of the game, and it was a great one late. We'll get started right away in it. And Wakefield 9-2 coming in. Neither one of these teams had trouble moving the ball. Both we knew very efficient offenses, passing offenses, and they showed it very often tonight.
Yeah, this is exactly what we've expected. A lot of points, a lot of throwing. I believe the two teams combined for 96 throws on the night.
Yeah, 17-6 entering the fourth quarter. Wakefield had a 4th and 10. Tried running the ball. Laney stops him, comes up with it. Sheehan hits Andrews on a deep ball, sets up a 1-yard score to Ryan Lilly. 2-point conversion was good. It was 17-14 midway through the fourth quarter. I was standing on the sidelines at this point. I hear Mike Sheehan say, this will give us 2-3 more possessions. We can come back and win this one.
Well, the problem was Wakefield said you're going to need about 4 or 5 because they got 2 quick touchdowns from that point, put Laney in a hole. The Bucks really threw everything at them at the end. They got 2 touchdowns late. The problem was the last one was with under a second to go. 31-28 Wakefield. Like I said, just what we expected. A wild, crazy game up there. Sheehan had another big night for the Bucks, but again, Laney's drought in the playoffs now extends to 9 seasons. They have not won a playoff game since 2001 when they went to the state championship.
And in that game, neither offense obviously had trouble moving the ball.
Yeah.
Laney had more trouble holding on to it. 6 turnovers tonight, 2 picks, 4 fumbles. One of them, when they were down 17-14, they were going in to score a fumble that really hurt them.
Yeah, Greg Dietz said afterward, he's like, I thought our defense really didn't play that bad. We just kept putting them behind the 8 ball so many times, gave Wakefield too many short fields by the end of it, and it hurts to have a 3-point loss when you do that many things wrong.
Right. The Wakefield quarterback, Connor Mitch, 18 of 41 for 299 and 3 touchdowns. Sheehan, 31 for 56 for 355 and 2. Also 2 picks to neutralize that.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
good game all around there. And the other scores in the 4A, New Bern, Rose was a good one. 32-22 New Bern, they hold court. Hoggard falls in overtime.
This was crazy. Scott Braswell said, and you'll read about it in the Star News, Scott Braswell said he had never seen anything like this. The Vikings apparently scored the game-winning touchdown with 13 seconds left, but the play was negated by a personal foul on the offensive line. And so that came off the board. The teams went to overtime. Hoggard had a field goal blocked. Clayton runs it in on the next play. Wild game. Hoggard did this despite not having quarterback Christian Pomeromo tonight. Right. Javon Jenwright did everything. Quarterback, running back, you name it, he did it. Really, really tough loss for the Vikings, who, like I said, there was a lot to look back on in this one for them. And really the same thing goes for New Hanover in its game against Southern Durham. Wildcats fall 14-7 on the road in Durham. Had 2 short field goals in the first half that they missed. One they never even got off because of a bad snap. Southern Durham scored one of its touchdowns on a punt return, which is normally one of New Hanover's very strong points, right, special teams usually. And just a wild night. They got deep in Southern Durham territory to try and tie and came up just a little short on a 4th and 10.
Yeah, kind of looking like last year with that game. Very similar in how it broke down, how it transpired. We're out of 4A teams.
Yes, we are out of 4A teams, but the thing is we're full up with 2A and 1A teams.
Absolutely. We entered the night with 16 teams of local interest. We still have 8 left, so half of them are still alive. Dan, like I said in the previous show, I like the home teams. Out of the 19 games we had listed on our slate, only 4 road teams won tonight.
That's a big one, and like you said, if you defend home turf, you're going to get the job done a long, long way.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of our teams are at home this coming up week. Come back for us on Wednesday. We'll preview all those games.
Yep.
We'll give you some of our picks, some of the insight on what you need to know about round 2 of the playoffs, and looking forward. You're already on the website. Keep looking around for all the standings, stats, facts, articles, everything you need.
It's all there.
Keep checking it out, guys.